bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'm a running back. Ay. Same day, why I'm a running back. Yeah. Friday, payday, running back. Ay. Running back, running back, running back.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. Check. Watch the ball. Watch the ball. 50. Out.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check it. Hey, one set. Check line 54. Line 54. I'm coming. Help him. Hey, Echo.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
53.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Flex by 4. You. 21. Kill.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Brees going to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time here are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Back. Quick edge. Go.
Now, Brees again. And his throw here's incomplete. The surprise second-round pick, Sean Bunting, there to get a hand in. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now Brees. Got a man. He finds Sanders. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay.
I just need some shot. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lux with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. This complete to Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. To throw, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check line 54. Line 54. Pick it up. Ozzy. Go. Line 54. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. Hey.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the 1st down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Breeze. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. William Golston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Check 3. Check 3.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Under team. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
5-9.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From midfield, here's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Sammy!
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Breeze. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-4. Let's go one more. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I want that. 36. Give me that.
Now Breeze.
Check.
He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Hey, Mike 7.
Now Breeze on third down. And Ginn's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ready? At the 23. 36.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. We're good.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DB, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Breeze now to throw. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Michael Thomas, 76 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now this time, Brady will throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
You're not ready. I got motion. Hey, Alabama. Right there.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. All day, just like that.
Now Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10.
Check Mike 54.
Hey, Delta.
Watch QB draw. Mike's 5'4.
Check 72.
To throw again. Brady. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Demario Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Ready? Waiting.
Brings up second and 10 at the 30.
Throwing on second down. Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Levante David. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On first down, it's Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
He wasn't ready.
a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Nice, sweetheart. Regular.
From the 22, Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing is Brady on third down. Jones has it. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 72.
Brady going to go on fourth down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Orbit. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Going for it all. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Check him up. Check the call. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike.
Alert! Hey! When he hit!
Operating from the gun, Brady. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 76 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned him 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Brady going to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Head there defensively. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
5-9. Easy, opposite. Hey, whoa. Here we go. Good on.
Breeze is looking to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one, 28 yards on the ground. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Wait, 20! House them! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He completes it to Evans. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. To throw is Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Ronald Jones there to make the grab. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get him one closer. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready. 5-9. 45. Wild Bill.
Bree's going to throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bang. 5-1. Bang, bang. 45 the mic. Hey, Charlie. Ready, cut.
To throw is Breeze. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Brady to throw. And an alley to run. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Finds his target, the rookie Scott Miller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Brady now to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?
It's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.